The biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But
when word got out that Gervonta Tank Davis had laid out a sparring partner during training for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, the entire boxing world stopped in its tracks, and even Floyd Mayweather couldn't stay silent. People in the gym said everything froze. You could hear a pin drop. The craziest part, Floyd was right there watching it happen, and what he said afterward has everyone talking. Everybody already knows Tank's power is different, borderline supernatural. But what's been happening behind closed doors lately? It's getting hard to believe. Sources inside his Miami training camp say there was a violent knockout that left even the veterans speechless. According to those who saw it, Tank dropped a heavyweight, nearly 70 pounds bigger, with a single counter left hand. That's not normal. That's not even close. And the wildest part, Floyd Mayweather saw it happen in person. Now, if you know the history between Floyd and Tank, you know this moment goes way deeper than just a sparring story. These two have been through everything together, teacher and student, family and rivals. Floyd discovered him, promoted him, built him up, and called him the future of boxing.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
But when Tank walked away from Mayweather Promotions last year, the partnership broke apart. Tank said he needed independence. Floyd said he lacked loyalty. Since then, they've thrown little jabs at each other through interviews and posts online.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
But when Jake Paul's name entered the mix, something changed. Floyd started paying attention again, not as a promoter, but as someone who knows exactly what kind of danger Tank brings when he's locked in. Word is, Floyd showed up at Tank's gym last week. No entourage, no announcement, just him watching quietly from the corner. Witnesses say Floyd nodded at Coach Calvin Ford before Tank stepped into the ring. Three rounds in, the energy shifted. Tank's sparring partner, a 190-pound cruiserweight brought in to match Jake's size, tried to corner him against the ropes. Big mistake. There's a short 15-second video clip from that session that hasn't leaked yet, but everyone who's seen it says the same thing. Tank looked ice cold, calm, precise, a killer at work. People close to Floyd said he was visibly impressed. One insider even claimed Floyd muttered, "That's what I taught him." But he's gone beyond that now. And he's right, because this isn't the same young fighter Floyd discovered years ago. This is Tank 2.0, older, sharper, meaner, and more dangerous than ever. The timing of all this couldn't be crazier. Just a few months ago, fans and analysts were saying Tank had lost it, that after the controversial draw with Lamont Roach, his fire was gone. They said he looked sluggish, distracted, like a man who didn't love the sport anymore. Then came the critics saying he was chasing paydays instead of legacy.
I don't think Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline, and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, with prize fighters, I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
Fighting YouTubers and entertainers instead of elite contenders. But everything coming out of this Jake Paul camp tells a different story. Tank's focus is back.
Listen, man, he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who gonna feed your kids? Who gonna take care of your family? Who gonna take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank. Get your money, and at the end of the day, Jake Paul is in a league of his own. And hate on him or not, whatever, at the end of the day, he's bringing attention, and there's actual growth. There's good fights on the card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, man. Jake Paul's on a lane of his own. It's great entertainment. It's boxing, but it's just a different sort.
His discipline, his killer instinct, all of it. He's not coasting through training. He's tearing through people.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over.
Every session looks like a statement. The old Tank never left. He was just waiting for the right moment to return. And that's important because going up against someone nearly 60 pounds heavier isn't a game. Jake Paul might have size, reach, and strength, but Tank's trying to prove that skill and timing still rule the sport. This fight has turned into something bigger, pure boxer versus viral brawler. Some fans are calling Jake a bully for even taking it, but if the stories about Tank's camp are real, the underdog might end up flipping the whole narrative. After word of the knockout spread, Floyd was reportedly overheard saying, "He looks sharp, real sharp. I just hope he stays smart. That Jake kid hits hard." The irony? While Floyd's rumored to be fighting 58-year-old Mike Tyson in an exhibition, Tank's taking on a man half that age and twice the size in a real fight that everyone's talking about. In a strange way, Tank's doing something Floyd never did, risking everything. See, Tank's whole career has always been a contrast. Inside the ring, power, precision, and chaos under control. Outside the ring, controversy, headlines, and mistakes. That's part of why Floyd tried to manage him, and exactly why Tank walked away. But now, it's like he's using all that chaos as fuel. He's not just fighting Jake Paul to defend his name, he's fighting to defend boxing itself. Jake's got the fame, the following, the size, but Tank's got something scarier, pure defiance. He doesn't want to perform for cameras. He wants to destroy. He's sick of the narrative that influencers saved boxing. Tired of hearing Jake Paul brings the money. Done being called too emotional, too small, too reckless. So now, he's answering the only way he knows, by putting people to sleep. And Jake Paul? He's gone radio silent. No jokes, no call-outs, no trolling. Some say he's locked in. Others think he's finally realizing what's coming. Because if Tank's been knocking out heavyweights in sparring, what happens when the lights come on? And here's the final twist. Insiders are saying Floyd Mayweather might show up ringside on fight night. Maybe as a commentator, maybe as a special guest for the Netflix Countdown series. Picture that, Floyd watching the fighter he built go head-to-head with the influencer who's been mocking him for years. No matter what happens, Floyd wins. Because whether Tank Davis destroys Jake Paul or gets upset, one thing's for sure, Mayweather's name will still be in every headline.